truth with every word. It's oldtruthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in a fight and it's the best to show. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word. It's oldtruthford. Truth with every word, it's oldtruthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in a fight and it's the best to show. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's oldtruthford. Truth with every word, it's oldtruthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in a fight and it's the best to show. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's oldtruthford. It's truth with every word. It's old truthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in the fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word. It's old truthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in the fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word. It's old truthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in the fight, and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word. It's old truthford.
Hello and welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. How are we doing, folks? Ethan Johnson, I see you, Truthfordians. What up, admin? Hopefully your bank holiday weekend is going good. Don't believe there was a bank holiday weekend. I think that might just be for Ireland, Keith, but good to see two angels in the chat. I hope you're both keeping well. And let's get into the news. So, first things first, Manchester United are prepared to block requests from their players to leave in the January transfer window amid an expectant squad shortage. Wow. Okay, so obviously a lot of players not getting a lot of game time. We're looking at Kobbie Mainoo, we're looking at Zirkzee. Ugarte, I think he's happy to just be a squad player, to be honest, because he's lucky to even be a squad player at United as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, they obviously want to get game time so that they can appear in the World Cup. And while they're sitting on Manchester United's bench, they're not really making a strong case for being involved in World Cup squads. So yeah, I can see why. Obviously, Kobbie Mainoo and Zirkzee would want to go out on loan at a minimum. But yeah, it says here Kobbie Mainoo and Joshua Zirkzee have had limited playing time this season, but both are in line for key roles around Christmas time. AFCON starts before Christmas this year, with Mbeumo and Ahmad likely to play for Cameroon and Ivory Coast. Now, obviously, AFCON does open up opportunities for Zirkzee, given the fact that we will need another cam. Obviously, Mason Mount will probably be ahead of him in the pecking order, definitely will be, but then Mount can't obviously play too many games because we don't want Mount to get injured. So there will be game time for Zirkzee, should he stick around. But this doesn't really help Mainoo. AFCON doesn't help Mainoo at all. And with Bruno Fernandes coming out with some quotes, I believe it was like around last week, Bruno Fernandes came out with some quotes saying about Kobbie Mainoo being his competition and saying that it's a privilege to have someone like Kobbie pushing him. And obviously that's a nice thing for Bruno Fernandes to say in public, but at the same time, we all know, Kobbie Mainoo or not, Bruno Fernandes is still going to be Bruno Fernandes. I mean, even when he had the likes of bloody Donny van der Beek supposedly pushing him, like, Bruno Fernandes doesn't need anyone to push him. Like, he's going to be an elite player no matter what. So that means the understudy to Bruno Fernandes historically has not got a lot of game time. Look at Donny van der Beek, look at Kobbie Mainoo now. If you're second place to Bruno Fernandes, you are not going to get, I don't know, 10 starts in a season at best. So yeah, I think rightfully Kobbie Mainoo is well within his right to request a move, but given the fact that we know that he's a talented player, why should we let him go on loan? Now, the only arguments I can think of why we should let Kobbie Mainoo go on loan is obviously he does need to develop. He's not going to develop on the bench. Obviously, Ruben Amorim coaching him, that will help to an extent, but will it help to the extent of Kobbie Mainoo actually improving as a player so that he can be a first team starter? I doubt it. I think the only thing that can get you up to that level is game time, and it does not look like that's coming his way. So yeah, Kobbie Mainoo, I would personally put him on loan, but I don't know, maybe let's say, for example, Manchester United are first in the league. Let's say Manchester United are first in the league when we come to January. Do these players still say, oh, okay, I want to go get game time elsewhere because of the World Cup coming up? Or do they stay at Manchester United and think, wow, we've actually got a chance at winning the Premier League here, and then we would be in the squad that won Manchester United their first Premier League? I know, again, this sounds like fantasy talks, speaking about Manchester United winning the Premier League, because we're a long way away from that. But just hypothetically, I think that's the only circumstance where these two change their tune, because they're either going to want to have game time to play in World Cup, or they're going to want to be a part of the greatest team to have ever played a beautiful game, Manchester United, as they return to glory. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they choose. But folks, if you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be going through all of the Manchester United news from today, as well as much, much more. So yeah, stick around with the community. We've got a lot of content coming out. So let's see what else has come out from today. So Centre Devils here, comparing the two, Anthony and Garnacho, to now Mbeumo and Cunha. Name a bigger upgrade? I bet you can't. What else do we have? Manchester United and Newcastle are closely monitoring Elliot Anderson. Nottingham Forest will ask for a transfer fee in the region of 100 to 120 million pound. I'm sorry, but 100 to 120 million pound. If we didn't pay, what was it, like 100 mil, maybe 80 to 100 mil for Declan Rice, I don't know if we're going to be spending that much money on a midfielder. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we'd spend that much money on a midfielder, in all honesty. Highly rated 16-year-old centre-back Jayden Ngwashi was involved in the first team training yesterday. Okay, big up Jayden. It's funny with Amorim, because he really does give youth a chance when it comes to first team training. Like, he likes to get a first-hand opinion of them in training, rather than just obviously hearing it from word of mouth, which I do like. I think that is a very positive trait. But all of these youngsters are getting a lot of opportunities in first team training, and then it's just a case of embedding them into the first team. But the first team's obviously performing very well, so that will only be a benefit to the academy. Yeah, because the better we perform, the more opportunities the players will get. Like, for example, in the Brighton game with Aiden Heaven coming off the bench. If we're not 3-0 up, I doubt that happens. So it's good to see that Manchester United are still giving the youth a chance, and especially Ruben Amorim. Also, I think, is Kobbie Mainoo our only academy graduate in the squad at the moment? If Kobbie Mainoo was to leave in, if this man was to leave in January, then we'd need a new academy graduate in that matchday squad. So maybe Amorim's picking who that would be, who to actually embed into the team. But we'll have to wait and see. Jason Wilcox also was watching the first team training today. Again, like, how many times did you hear that the technical director or people within the football infrastructure were watching training sessions at Manchester United? You didn't under Edward Wood and Richard Arnold. Maybe with Darren Fletcher you did. But other than that, nobody on the board or in the higher ups was involved at all. So it's good to see that Jason Wilcox is getting involved. Nusayr Mazraoui coming back. Things you love to see. He's just such a great squad player to have. I mean, if there's a problem at centre back, you can squeeze him in. If obviously Ahmad going to AFCON, Mazraoui can step up. I swear, if Ruben Amorim plays Diogo Dalot at right wing back when Ahmad goes to AFCON and he keeps Mazraoui on the bench, I'm going to be fuming. Kobbie in training. I am going to release a video on Kobbie this Wednesday. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. And please subscribe if you are new to the home of Honestly Biased Sports content, Old Truthford. And here's a lovely stat. No manager in the Premier League won more games than Ruben Amorim, 3 out of 3 in October. Guys, we're back. And not only is this significant because we got 3 wins, but also Ruben Amorim, it's almost set on. Like, I can't see how they could give it to anyone else, but Ruben Amorim has won the Premier League Manager of the Month for October. I mean, not only 3 wins, which no other manager has done, but also to get a win away from home at Anfield is very impressive. Very impressive. Again, something that few managers have done. So, Amorim, Manager of the Month, just put your money on it. Okay, Brian and Mbeumo and Matthias Cunha have both been included in Who Scored's Premier League Team of the Week. Now, this is an interesting one because this is why I created my last video calling Casemiro Manchester United's most underrated player, because Casemiro got a goal and an assist in that game and put in a lot of defensive challenges, and yet he is not getting the credit he deserves. Like, why is Casemiro not in this starting 11, but Szoboszlai is? Like, what did Szoboszlai bloody do in his game? Let's have a look. So Szoboszlai was a part of a 3-2 loss to Brentford, and he got 1 assist. I mean, obviously completed the most passes, won the most duels. I mean, he is pretty much running the show for Liverpool at this point, Dominic Szoboszlai, but I'd say that Casemiro's importance outweighs that performance over there. I mean, a goal, an assist, and you can clearly see as soon as Casemiro goes off the pitch against Brighton, everything goes tits up. Like, I mean, come on. I think Casemiro is still criminally underrated. I don't know if it's because he's 33 and he's not, I don't know, the most advertisable. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know why the Premier League are just out to get Casemiro, giving him red card whenever they have a chance, but it's still a glaring issue, I think, in the Premier League, that, or even in our own fan base. I mean, like, I put a poll up today saying about Casemiro and would you give him a 2-year deal on 150k a week, so that would be half of what he's earning right now to be a squad player. And I think the majority of people said no, which I'm dumbfounded by, to be honest, on why you wouldn't want to keep a 5-time Champions League winner in the squad who obviously has top level ability. It's just his fitness that he can't carry on for 90 minutes. So that means that he would be perfect as a squad player to come on. If his name was Castle instead of Casemiro, they wouldn't care. True. Very true, Ethan. I do think, I find it's funny. I think because Casemiro is not obviously the most vocal player, he kind of goes under the radar. Like, the only clip I've seen of him speaking English is like when he's walking in on a match day and he's going, good morning, good morning, good morning, morning, morning. But I feel like if Casemiro could speak fluent English, then he'd properly get the plaudits he deserves. It's funny as well that Casemiro is having this rebirth with the famous Jeremy Carragher quote of leave the football before the football leaves you. And yeah, I mean, people thought he was done. People thought Casemiro was done. Alas, I digress. We move on. Napoli confirmed Kevin De Bruyne set to be sidelined for months with serious muscle injury. Now, the reason I've highlighted this is because obviously a lot of people have been in the DMs. A lot of people have been mentioning the fact that, oh, okay, Rasmus Højlund, oh, look at what he's doing over in Napoli. Oh my God. Over in Naples, rather. And all I can say to them is, if you have an elite player like Kevin De Bruyne behind you and you're in a slower league where you can outpace everyone, then you're gonna score goals. But now that Kevin De Bruyne is injured and he's been sidelined for a few months, let's see how good Rasmus Højlund's numbers are over the next few weeks, guys. Let's see. Carragher was shiz. Who cares what he says? Very good point. Very good point, Ethan. Manchester United have given Napoli the green light to sign Rasmus Højlund on a permanent deal in Jan. Napoli want to exercise their obligation to buy Højlund, and talks are believed to be at an advanced stage. That'd be good news because that means money in the bank straight away, but at the same time, honestly, I hope this does happen because I've got a feeling that with this Kevin De Bruyne injury, Rasmus Højlund's numbers are going to drop off significantly. So the sooner we can get that deal over the line, the better. Manchester United, after 9 games last season, goals scored 8, points 11, position 14th. This season, goals scored 15, so we've almost scored double the goals that we scored last season, guys. And we've only got 5 extra points to show for it. Position 6th. Obviously still improvements, but if we were a bit more defensively minded or maybe a bit more clinical, we could have so many more goals. Another very interesting stat which I came across today was United assists so far this season. Kobbie Mainoo, Mason Mount, Ahmad, Mbeumo, Diogo Dalot, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Casemiro, Aiden Heaven, Benjamin Šeško, Patrick Dorgu. I mean, every single, no player has got more than 1 assist. And that just shows that the system is 1 billion% working because the players are understanding the positions they need to be in. There's a lot of interchanging of play between the positions, which obviously couldn't happen without a good understanding of the system. And yeah, I'm very, very pleased with this from these lot. Wayne Rooney on Bryan Mbeumo. His confidence is very high at the minute. Hopefully that continues because he's certainly been the best signing for Manchester United this season. Now, can anyone make an argument against Bryan Mbeumo being the best signing for Manchester United this season? I do think that Sen Lammens has had a huge, massive impact on our defence, but goals win you games, and Mbeumo. There's no doubt. Again, you've got to look at Brian Mbeumo. There's no doubt that he's going to be winning the. He's going to be winning the Premier League Player of the Month for October. So we're going to have Mbeumo and Amorim posing with their awards soon come in a couple of weeks. And again, another stat back in Amorim is the fact that we have faced already 4 of the top 5 teams in the country: Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea. And we've still got more points than last year when I'm pretty sure we were facing fairly easy competition. So you got to give credit where credit's due, guys. You got to give credit where credit's due. And it looks like Amorim is finally clicking. And yeah, I look forward to seeing all of the tacticos on Twitter, as well as all of these content creators who made Amorim takedown videos eat their words. I'm enjoying it. No player in the Premier League recorded more goal contributions than Brian Mbeumo, 4 in October. Yeah, give him the award. Give him the award. He was definitely Premier League Player of the Month for October. Hate Watch is still a thing, and Jadon Sancho, oh my god, the freedom fighter himself, subbed on at the 28th minute for Aston Villa. And then he was subbed off at the 73rd minute. A first for Jadon Sancho, subbed on and off in a Premier League match. Terrible. Like, I don't know if the fact that like there's a pimp running after him has got to his head. I don't know if he I don't know. I don't know what's gone wrong for Jadon Sancho, but it's not looking good. I'll say that. It's not looking good for Jadon Sancho. Bruno Fernandes, insane stats again. Appearances 300. 184 goals or assists, by the way. So that's pretty much a goal or assist every other game. Over that rate. Like, he's created more chances than he's had shots. So he's had 834 shots. Basically 1 in 8 shots goes in. I mean, not bad. Not bad for a cam. But it's insane that he's created more chances than he's had shots. That blows my mind. Tottenham were ready to outbid Manchester United for Brian Mbeumo this summer. In a meeting, Brentford pushed him to join Spurs due to a much better financial offer, but Mbeumo continuously refused, saying he'd already given his word to United. And that, my friends, deserves a round of applause. Very well done, Mbeumo. Very well done. Again, more hate watch. Victor Gyökeres, that's 5 performances. His last 5 performances, he's not been able to get a rating over 6.2. Honestly, it would be very interesting to see if like the reason why Arsenal don't win the league this season is purely down to lack of goals, and we'd be looking at Gyökeres in that instance. United matches in November: Nottingham Forest, Tottenham, Everton, Crystal Palace. Eesh. How many points do we get from these games is the question I would pose to you guys. So get your predictions in the comments. I'm going to say Nottingham Forest we win. Tottenham, it's got draw written all over it. Everton we win. Crystal Palace draw. So probably looking at 8 points from the 4 games. I think that would be a very good result if we did manage getting 8 points from the 4 games there. Just bear with me. Okay. Let's keep on going. So, grateful for another year. Happy belated birthday to Patrick Dorgu, who is celebrating. How old is he now? 22? He's only 21 years old. Okay, so he's still very young. Still very young. 21 years old, Dorgu. Obviously, he's got a lot of positive stats backing him up, but I think he does need to work on the defensive side of his game and also his concentration levels, because he gave away some pretty poor balls and pretty much led to us conceding our first goal against Brighton. So Dorgu's got to he's got to switch on. I mean, there's only so much of Diogo Dalot we can watch, guys. There's only so much of Diogo Dalot we can watch. Bin admin, terrible, Caleb, terrible, mate. Absolutely shocking. Cunha, greatest player ever. The greatest player to have ever played the beautiful game. Matheus Cunha. Who would you start over Dalot and Dorgu, Caleb? Insane stat. Manchester United's win over Brighton was the first time since Bruno Fernandes' debut that they have scored at least 4 goals in a Premier League game without him registering a goal or assist. I mean, once again, goes to show that the system is working, but it's insane how reliant we've been on Bruno Fernandes for all these years. Mazza on left and Ahmad on right. Okay, I like that. I like the sound of that. What do you do when Ahmad goes to AFCON? What do you do then? Carlos Baleba spent time taking pictures with United fans after the game yesterday. He gave a cheeky smile when asked if he was joining United. I need this B word to be successful here, man. This is Ruben Amorim walking away at the end of the game, screaming, "Come on," to the fans. Wait for it. He applauds them and then wait for the "come on." Here we go. Then he screams it. Come on, Amorim. Mbeumo has already scored more league goals for Man United than Jadon Sancho managed in his whole first season at Man United. That's insane. I mean, that's how you can tell like a player who's hit the ground running and a player who may not have been up to the hype. And it's crazy to think that Jadon Sancho costs more than Brian Mbeumo as well. Casemiro played a football game without a yellow card. Okay. Those seem to be all of the updates from today, folks. Play Zirkzee at fullback instead of Dalot. Okay, now you're insane, Caleb. Go back to the swamp you were in, you troll. Zirkzee, fullback. What's wrong with the world today, mama? Okay, let's see if we've missed anything while we've gone live. Pretty slow day for United news, I believe. It is crazy that also Aiden Heaven has more assists than Fabian Wirtz in the Prem. Lad is saying Dalot is better. Dalot's better than who? Dalot's gotta be better than bloody Zirkzee at fullback, mate. Come on. I'm delusional. I'm not insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, Dalot's absolutely atrocious, but come on now. Zirkzee is not better than Dalot. At fullback, I'll say. But yeah, looks like that is everything for today. Hazamas went on loan. Yeah, Mas went on loan to... Who was it? It was a club that we're supporting, and we're pretty much paying his wages still, even though he's on loan. Was it like... Where is he? A Mass loan. Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, that's one. So even though we're paying pretty much his wages still, he is on loan to Sheffield Wednesday to get some experience. I wonder how Mass is actually doing. Let's have a look at that. Mass. Look. So he's got a market value of around 5 mil. Current seasons. Let's see stats. So he's played 9 games in the championship, not got a goal or an assist. So I don't think he's blown people away. Let's look at some of his other stats. Yeah, nah, he's not really impressed while on loan at Sheffield Wednesday, to be honest. I think I think Leon is probably higher up in the pecking order than Harry Amass at this point. Did you see the solo goal that Leon got as well? Wednesday went into administration. Yeah, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for Wednesday. What else do we have? So we've got the games coming up this week. Who do we have? We've got Nottingham Forest. We're going to be coming up against Sean Dyche. We will be doing a match watch along for that, as well as match reactions. So please, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and join the home of Honestly Biased Sports content. But yeah, no, I didn't, admin. Check out Twitter. Just type in Leon solo goal or something like that. Leon literally just like outpaced their entire team, went through the middle of them and scored a goal. Like really good. Now, the question is, Calum, if everyone's fit against Nottingham Forest, who do you play? Actually, I want to see. I'm going to be releasing a preview video for the Nottingham Forest game as well on the Friday, so check or watch out for that, folks. Let's look at the stats from that Forest game against Bournemouth. Wow, both sides didn't create a lot of XG, but Bournemouth ended up winning 2-0. Forest came on hard in the second half. I mean, no pun intended. But it was not enough. Okay, I will. If I could choose our midfield options, I'd have Wharton and Mainoo as our midfield 2. Casemiro on reduced wages as a bench option to mentor both players. And then I'll let admin pick my 4th. Ooh, thank you, Johnny. But I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm sorry to say this to you. I am going to be making a video on Kobbie Mainoo, and that will be released on Wednesday. Wednesday morning, probably. I'll get that out. And it's not looking good for Mainoo. It's really not looking good. I can't be the only one who's seeing a lot of worrying signs with Kobbie Mainoo whenever he comes off the bench. Larmans, Yoro, Delict, Shaw, Maz, Ahmad, Bruno, Casemiro, and Buemo, Cunha, and Sheshko. You know what? I'd probably agree with that, Calum. Because now Mazraoui is fully fit, surely he starts over to low. But I just feel like Amorim's just going to keep him in there because he gets the high fives. I mean, he gets the people going. But in terms of footballing ability, leaves a lot left to be desired. Folks, if you haven't already, drop a like on the stream. Got to keep the YouTube overlords happy and the lights on at Old Truthford Incorporated. But yeah, I think I'd completely agree with that lineup, Calum. I think now that Cunha's got that first goal, he's got the overall play as well. I think he's obviously I think he's definitely a starter over Mason Mount, because realistically, Mason Mount did get that one goal. He did get that one goal, but in terms of his overall play, I do think Mason Mount sometimes gets a bit lost. Don't get me wrong, he does a lot defensively, and he does a lot with the press, and he understands the system, and he makes or helps other players shine. Mason Mount does. But at the same time, Cunha, I just think that he's got that X factor. Now that he's scoring goals, that's the only thing Mason Mount had up on him. And yeah, I think Cunha should start that one. And I agree with the 3 centre backs. Even if Harry Maguire's fit, I think Delict has been one of our dark horses of the season. He has been criminally underrated, and yeah, I think he should obviously continue to start. The lower training merchant to get into starting 11. He must be amazing in training, because I don't see how anyone can justify him starting based on how he's performed this season. To be honest, for me, the only thing I can say that's worrisome is the lack of minutes, but that's for most subs too. I think due to the lack of minutes, a lot of them haven't clicked with the team. I can see that point, Johnny, but then at the same time, like, I don't know, other players, you give them 20, 30 minutes and they're able to prove themselves. Like Mainoo, for all of the fitness work that I see him posting on Instagram, for all of the training pics that the club are posting, I just don't see any improvement from him physically. Like, it's not even a technical aspect. I mean, technically he's still the same guy. I mean, like we saw against Lyon, he can come on, work in tight spaces, get a goal in really tight situations, but he can't. It feels like he physically cannot keep up in a midfield too, which I don't, and my mind can't comprehend how Casemiro can, but Mainoo can't, and that leads me to believe it must be to do with positioning, or it must be to do with I don't know, the passes that he's selecting. I don't know. It's something. There's something wrong with Kobbie Mainoo not being able to click with within this system. But yeah, I will be doing a full video on Kobbie Mainoo to look at all the possibilities and potentially discuss his future. But that is the key. That's the key news from today, in my opinion. I mean, we already know Amorim and Mbeumo are just bound to to get the Player and Manager of the Month awards for October, because no one has performed better. But this is the story as to why we've gone live tonight. Manchester United are prepared to block requests from their players to leave in the January transfer window amid an expectant squad shortage. Kobbie Mainoo and Joshua Zirkzee have had limited playing time this season, but both are in line for key roles around Christmas time. AFCON starts before Christmas this year, with Mbeumo and Ahmad likely to play for Cameroon and Ivory Coast. So Zirkzee and Mainoo, it looks like they're not going to get game time for the World Cup squad, to get into the World Cup squad. And what effect is that going to have on their relationship with the coach? You've got to question these things, because I remember with with Martial and Mourinho, Martial not getting in the squad completely destroyed his relationship with Mourinho. And is Mainoo going to have a similar thing here with Amorim? I don't know. I doubt. I mean, it doesn't even come up to Amorim to make that decision, does it? I think it comes up to the bigwigs on, oh, okay, are we actually going to let Mainoo go and put us in a very vulnerable position when we need to get top four football? The goal is to get Champions League football again. We need to get that. So not only for financial reasons, but to attract other stars to the squad. So it's a hard one. Great to have Mount, to be honest, says Calum. Now you still always have 3 players to choose into 2 positions. Yep, very true. I mean, Mount, having a Champions League winner as a squad player is not a bad option. Someone who knows this system really well as well. So I'm very happy with having Mason Mount as a squad player and sometimes starter. Also, Mainoo is way too young and talented for me to let go to another club. I put Dorgu in the same category if they need to improve, and I think they will with development. That's one of the issues though, Johnny. It's kind of like we need to give Mainoo this loan move, otherwise it could be very well, because he's already put a loan move in and we denied it. So if it comes to him putting another loan move in, a loan request, transfer request, then and we deny it again, then what do we do after that? I mean, I think Mainoo would be frustrated and he'd realise, okay, I need to actually leave the club, otherwise I'm not going to get any minutes at all. Yeah, I think Mainoo's, I think the writing's on the wall for Mainoo, if I'm being honest. And Mbuemo will be at AFCON, so I think better to try save Mount and not get him injured. Yep, very true, Caleb. Who do you start? It's going to be an interesting one as well when Mbuemo does go to AFCON. Like, are we going to start Mount every game? Are we going to alternate between him and Zirkzee? I feel like the drop off in quality is going to be felt when Mbuemo does go to AFCON, because Zirkzee, again, he's had moments this season, as in like he's been given opportunities, he's been given game time, and he's not been able to take him. He's not been able to take them at all. So it's a hard one. What else do we have here? I think for me, it depends who you pair him with. Recently, he only gets on the pitch when it's Ugarte or Bruno on. I'd like to see periods of game time where it's Casemiro in this form and Mainoo. I mean, if you want to see what happened in games like that, Johnny, I mean, you can look at last season. I mean, towards the end of last season, Casemiro was performing very well as well. That's how he got back into a starting 11. And sometimes Amorim paired Mainoo with Casemiro, but it didn't end so well. Like, the only reason Casemiro works so well in this midfield, I think part of the reason is because he's already built up a connection with Bruno Fernandes, where obviously Eriksen, Fernandes and Casemiro were in a midfield three. So Casemiro somewhat understands Bruno Fernandes' movements and yeah, I think that's why them two work together. Also, they obviously both speak Portuguese, whereas you put Mainoo in the midfield, I don't think Casemiro has that same chemistry, and it's a hard one. It's a real hard one. Like, I just don't think, other than bringing in other players to solve Kobbie Mainoo's issue, and then also dropping Bruno Fernandes, there's a way of him being happy at Manchester United. So we don't just have to bring in another player to complement Mainoo. We also have to drop our most important player. Bruno Fernandes is still our most important player. So it's a hard one. And I think it's going to be a bitter pill to swallow for Manchester United fans, but I think the writing is on the wall for Kobbie Mainoo, and he probably will leave in the summer. But more details to follow in my video on Wednesday that I will be releasing on Kobbie Mainoo. For those of you who are new to the stream, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be doing regular Manchester United news live streams, as well as dedicated videos on certain players, situations and squad management, as well as match watch-alongs and some watch-alongs for boxing along the way as well. To be honest, he might get that game time properly during AFCON, because I'd imagine Bruno gets moved to the right 10 when Mbuemo has gone for AFCON. I don't think Fernandes is going to get moved to the cam position during AFCON. I think Fernandes' position is now his position in the midfield. I don't see. I think either Cunha gets moved over there and Mount moves over to left cam, or Mount moves over there, or Zirkzee. But yeah, no, I don't think Fernandes is going to move up to a 10 during AFCON. I think we'll let him go next summer. Mainoo. Yep, I agree, Caleb. Was looking at the fixtures during AFCON, and the last two are the scary ones. We have City and Arsenal right at the end of AFCON. Oh man. Hopefully, where are they from? Is it Cameroon? I made this mistake with Onana before. Ahmad, nationality. Sorry, Ahmad's Ivorian. Mbuemo is surely Cameroonian. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So hopefully the Ivory Coast and Cameroon just get knocked out first round. See, that's where I disagree. I think Bruno, whilst looking better last few games, I think he has to be gone in the summer or a rotational bench option. Yeah, I just don't think... I don't think that's happening, Johnny. I really don't think... Like, if we think that Ruben Amorim favours Delo because he's Portuguese, how set on bloody keeping Bruno Fernandes in the starting 11 do you think Amorim's going to be? I mean, Bruno, look at the difference in talent level between Bruno and Delo. If Amorim's favourable towards Delo, what's he going to be towards Bruno? Like, even if you're right, which I don't think you are, I don't think Bruno Fernandes is a rotational player or bench player. But even if you were, I don't think that's that's not happening. That is not happening. But folks, I hope you have a delightful rest of your evening. We will be going live again tomorrow evening. And yeah, hope you have a delightful evening. Good day tomorrow, and hopefully speak to you tomorrow as well. Thanks for tuning in. But for now, Godspeed.